Hey guys, welcome to Approach the Nerd, and we are doing our What If weekly review. I got my boy with me, Groove. All of his information on subscribing and liking, what he is and what he does, is in the description box below. Right out the bat, I'm gonna tell you, I did not like this episode.
Neither did I.
So I'm gonna let you recap
almost
it
at
while
all.
I sip my tea and keep my angry grandma in check.
I'm not an angry grandma, so I'm gonna say right now, it wasn't very good. The only good part about it was watching Black Widow and Hawkeye fight robots. the
Which
plot.
hell, they could have done that in Terminator.
They could have.
They didn't do all that.
Didn't Captain Marvel make a reference? Like I saw the first one. It said, I'm not gonna be a big fan of the sequel, so you know. And Joe's Geek Show. What's going on, Joe?
He said, "What are you?" It says you're starting 0-0. I don't know. We're here though.
Like, we're right here. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's happening.
YouTube is doing YouTube stuff.
YouTube is being weird as hell right now. All right.
This
go ahead.
episode.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you get your words in because yeah.
All right, Joe. I got you on this one. So let's go, So check this out. This episode trash. I did not like it at all, man. I don't even want to say I hated it because that's really kind of harsh. But Marvel, you know how Marvel animated features are never that good? They did that this time. Oh, they messed up bad. Like I thought the zombie episode made little no sense. I really did.
Oh, you mean the remake of Train to Busan only bad?
Yeah, that one where they could have had so many like plot holes and loopholes they made or didn't utilize. But this episode, oh my god. Okay, let's take it from the top. Let's say that Ultron did get a hold of Vision. That's fine. Okay, we can play with that scenario. Sure.
Why not?
All right. He destroys the Avengers as a whole. The planet. Hulk died too in the nuclear blast, but whatever. You know, we're gonna let that dumb BS slide for right now.
Let it slide.
Because that's a whole nother thing. Oh my god. So for some reason Thanos shows up like 2 years too early with all the gauntlet, with all the stones, and besides the the Mind Stone, which I don't understand, but whatever. And then
no, say it right. What did he do when he showed up? Make sure you say it right. What did he do?
He walked up and Vision said, Zan.
Ultron was like, interesting. Sliced him in half. I'm like,
Vision looked at him like, all right, cool. And then cut him in half, like cutting through like butter or bread with a hot knife. You know what I'm talking about? Like it is made. You know what? I'm not saying Thanos is invulnerable because yes, he's susceptible to stuff like lasers and all that good shit. We get that part. That's fine. All right, sure. But okay. Thanos has all of the stones on hand. Now, I know you need training to use the stones pretty well. Even though we saw Thanos pick up the stones and use them effectively well without much training anyway. I get that Ultron is a machine, he's a robot. But no robot on this planet has any working knowledge of the stone whatsoever.
nope.
Because we don't know him. And he was created by Stark based on Jarvis. So whatever Tony would know, he would know. Why the hell did he master that stone so fast? No, matter of fact, how to use a Mind Stone of itself to cut somebody in half. No, better yet, the Mind Stone was used to give him power. We get that part. But he's still a synthetic organism. How did he utilize all the stones in the first? You know what? Even the Soul Stone makes absolutely no sense. But let's go beyond all this. We killed off Hulk. We get it. He killed Thanos. He killed Wanda too.
He killed Captain Marvel.
Okay, yeah, later on. But like on Earth, Wanda was here. Another Nexus being was on the planet. She couldn't say anything out of panic to stop the whole thing. Like
instead of no more mutants, no more dumbasses.
I'm saying, like, all the things that could have happened to stop this from happening. And then he got the Infinity Stone and mastered them immediately. Used Reality Stone to make his own little androids and stuff to run, robots to run around and to cause terror on a planet he already destroyed, which makes absolutely no sense. Then he goes out across the galaxy to go destroy everything. And here's the fun part: Gamora was out there with Star-Lord. So who did Thanos sacrifice to get the Soul Stone?
Yep.
Let's not play with that.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back.
I got questions. I got
so many damn questions.
Oh my God. So then he does his due diligence. He pulls a Majin Buu and destroys everything if Majin Buu would win. And he's like, now what? Purpose is complete. I love how he sat there long enough to hear the Watcher. Now, the people who can hear the Watcher typically have Nexus magic in them, because you need magic beyond this realm to hear people beyond the realm. Like the way Doctor Strange did in that episode, I think episode 4, I think, and the same way Wanda can probably do if she knows and paid attention to him. So why does Ultron have the ability to hear him? Here's a better question. How the hell did he break through? None of those stones give you the power to break through realities, because they're stones that are subject to the universe they're in. It's like, that is like using a lantern ring to break from one DC universe, to break from 616 to 384. You can't do that. That's not how the rings work. They're subject to the universe they're in. And there are other characters.
You meant Marvel. You said DC.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Yeah. Oh, you meant
the lantern ring.
616. That's fine.
Yeah, no. That's what I said. I'm talking about DC. The lantern rings have this this power that is not similar to the stones, but it's like it, because there's those different spectrum colors, and those powers are very strong pinpoints to the universe. You can't use those to jump the universe trend, because it's stuck to the universe they're in, because they are of that universe. They can't take you somewhere else. That's ridiculous. That's like having a car that doesn't fly and making it and takes you to the air. That doesn't work. It's a vehicle that moves in 2 dimensions. It doesn't do that. So oh my God, it's so, such a mindfuck. And then, oh my God. And then, okay, so he goes to meet Watu, and somehow he gives Watu trouble. You are not beating a Watcher. Like, I don't know, where are the Eternals this whole time? Because they could have easily put into this. They're stronger.
Well, I mean, obviously they're not here anymore. They're like, if Gamora didn't get sacrificed, then why would the Eternals be around? Not making any damn sense. No.
This is so dumb. It's like the Eternals didn't go. I mean, this might be a spoiler for some of y'all. The movie ain't come out yet, but comic books, whatever. They didn't go like, oh, there's a deviant. Let's put an end to this. No, they had no thought of that whatsoever. They were just like, fuck it. Was gonna leave. Like, just so y'all know, if you don't know, the Eternals and the Watchers used to fight each other. Like, it's kind of like a thing. They're like,
the Watchers themselves would break their own rules, like when it benefited them in the comics. Yeah, so that is something that we've seen in the comics. Well,
that's why they became just Watchers. They became what we know the Time Lords to be: dusty old senators just standing and
dusty senators,
wagging fingers at people. That's what they were, seriously. But like this, no. Then not only does he beat Watu, he beats Watu through the multiverse. Like, what the hell?
Dude, yep, multiple.
Like, what is this? And then before he kills him, the same way Captain Marvel's going to kill his ass, which actually should have worked, because let's think about it realistically. If you can cut through Thanos like a hot turd on the concrete, whatever. Thanos, bam, and that was just that easy. Why couldn't Captain Marvel just easily break your fucking skull? I don't.
Yep.
But whatever, plot convenience, right? We need a plot. It's cool. It's all right. It's a hood movie. We're doing this. So, all right. Anyway, so he gets away, and then he's like, I don't know how this makes sense. He went back to his gap between dimensions, and Doctor Strange was there waiting on him. Did he invite Doctor Strange there a long time ago? Is that what happened? Doctor Strange was trapped in his own little gem of a universe, and only him in it.
So, I was wondering if that was Supreme Strange, though.
That is.
That's what I thought. Okay.
It's the same Doctor Strange with all the animals. That was the Pokemon master, Doctor Strange. So like, how did he get there? Who put him there? Because traveling the multiverse is complicated, obviously. And like, Wanda could slick do it because of that Nexus energy she has, and that's a rare power. Like, and even when she does it, it doesn't
use zombie work. Wanda to fight. Why the hell not?
I mean, but some of the little things were kind of cute. Like Wanda holding on to Hawkeye the same way they did the other way around for the.
No, not Wanda, Natasha.
I mean, Tasha. Sorry.
Yeah.
Got him. I'm sorry. I'm flustered.
No, I get it. You're flustered because what the hell did we just watch? I understand that. Like, so I was talking to Joe's Geek Show after, because when you first watched it, you been Marco Polo to me with your wife, and you're like, this is straight garbage. So I was like, oh great, I'm really looking forward to watching this. And then I was talking to Joe, and he had watched it, and he was like, so there are a lot of things going on that are not right. And basically, they broke one of Marvel's cardinal rules, and that is basically that the Infinity Stones are only really effective in their own effing universe. And I see that he actually said here in Facebook groups, people are saying the stones working outside the universe is just an MCU thing, to which I say that's stupid as fuck. And I agree with you, because the TVA, the fucking TVA and fucking Loki is using these damn stones as fucking paperweights. So if they are able to be used in other continuities and other universes, why the hell were they paperweights at the TVA? That is bullshit. Exactly. I call bullshit on that. No.
Oh my God. It's even worse and funnier, because as soon as Vision, Ultron stepped through the damn multiverse into that dimension, shut down. There's no longer Soul Stone to keep you active. That should have been the end of it. Like, how? Bigger question. He quieted the universe. He destroyed the universe entirely. It's nothing but silence, nothing but radio signal. Radio sounds the whole time. He should have immediately said, "What's up, destruct?" Why did he wait to hear a voice? Like, I just don't get it at all. Even throughout what he was doing, like, I get it. He had a command in his own mind that said, "Have to destroy everything." That's how you create peace among the universe. But like,
yeah, he had a catcher moment from Gundam Wing, transcendental. Blow everybody up because you're all getting along, so we can have.
Oh my God, it's just like, but you're not like Thanos. You're a fucking computer. So like, how do you like equate that? Maybe what I'm doing is making any sense. After you destroyed literal god planets, like, how did?
So I like what Yuto said. Even in 1610, the Maker gathered the Infinity Stones in 1610. He was never able to break in 616 with them because they don't work. Like, oh, Lord, get me to Jesus. So, okay, so many things I have questions about. Like, at the beginning, when we first see Ultron destroying all these worlds, I could have sworn that Clint and Natasha's world was destroyed because Clint was like, Laura. And then you see like this planet blow up. And the next thing you know, they're going into KGB. And I'm like, what the hell blew up? And what was the point of having this insert scene with them? That don't make any damn sense to me. The continuity of this episode got on my nerves.
Absolutely not. Oh, here, what's my continuity? That's a good question. Why do watchers say this is the one that broke my heart? Where's the timeline? Was he reviewing his own review the whole time? Is that what we're watching? That could, we know it's going to end anyway. If that's the case, then, but whatever. But all right, so Ultron has every Infinity Stone. With every Infinity Stone, you can see the universe as it unfolds. You literally have the power of Neo over the entire universe. He didn't know Natasha and Clint back on there trying to survive. You can't see that? You still need drones to tell you? But really, you got some power bills. You got a lot of weaknesses, bro. And like, this is Disney. This has Disney written all over it. This is not...
but to be fair, MCU has taken a lot of plots from the comics, as other unfortunately vehicles do the same thing. Arrowverse takes a lot of well-known storylines and shits on them. DCU, same thing. So we actually protect the MCU sometimes in this little undeserved bubble because they were the first cinematic success, I guess we're gonna say. And so we're just like, oh well, they did the Avengers movie, but if you really broke down the Avengers movie to bare nitpicking elements, there are parts of that didn't make any damn sense, was full of damn plot holes. I mean, how the fuck was Thor even there? I mean, I've always said that. You couldn't get back to Earth to see your bitch, but you can go down to be in the Avenger movie, kiss my ass. So Thor,
you gotta love plot convenience.
All of that stuff is full of plot holes. So this really is no different at all.
But it's just,
this is what it is. It's just what it is.
Plot holes are like on character basis, like why would you do that way? This one is like, this is almost Doctor Who breaking. Like, you know good and well. Yeah, like certain things are concrete. And I don't want to get a whole Doctor Who rant because you know how I feel about.
Yeah, we don't have time for that. We're gonna be here a while.
Russell T Davies, please save this show. But regardless, you know, you can retcon some things. You don't retcon core elements that pin the story. You don't retcon core elements that make the story, and you don't retcon characters as a whole. If you do, you need to actually make up a reason, like for example, multiverse, or whatever the hell you're gonna do. You got to have a reason for why the character themselves are no longer the character you've always known.
True.
With this shit with the Infinity Stones,
it didn't make any damn sense.
It just doesn't add up. That's not how they work, like at all. And then like he's using the stones to shoot beams of energy. When the hell was that a thing? They have a specific purpose that deal with the laws of the universe itself. Why can you use them like guns? Well,
first of all, how the hell did Ultron even hear the Watcher? And the Watcher's reaction to me was great. He's like, "Ah, shit."
He's like, "Whoa, wait a minute." Try to clean the channel and shit.
He's like, "No."
Like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You should be able to hear that.
Seriously, I didn't ask for this Zoom chat.
Here's the funny part. Ultron was like, "Who's there? Who's saying that?" And this motherfucker, he is still monologuing the whole way through. He still did. He was there, confused, looking for the voice that saw him. Oh,
and he just shows up. He's like, "I found you."
Like, okay, Watu, stop your podcast. You need to pay attention. Somebody knows to do there.
Look, turn off Google location.
Watu was as confused as we were. He was like, "No, that don't make sense. He can't be seeing me. There's no way."
See, he's like, "I thought nobody watched this podcast." I'm like, "Did you find out?"
Watu underestimated the power of Disney. that was.
Yeah, damn mouse. It's almost like they took elements of Kingdom Hearts and threw it in here.
Like, oh my god, that's a perfect way. That is a perfect comparison. Like Kingdom Hearts. Oh, we're all connected to the same sky, one destiny. Like you can't use one object and open all doors. Come on, man. Well, I'm sorry, Rick can, but Rick is a different creature. We're not talking about Rick.
Now give it time. That's probably in the next episode.
If Rick shows up Rick and Morty and he loses, I will lose my shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Look, well, my thing is this: if everything is coming to some grand conclusion, which I don't know the hell it is at this point, I don't. Maybe I'm a fortune teller. Maybe I have like psychic ability. Maybe I'm going to realize that Zombie Wanda is going to be the one that takes out Ultron.
I swear, if they do that. And I mean this sincerely. I mean, I drink anyway.
I don't. I'm allergic, but I might have to drink that day too. I'm
just saying.
Like,
I will make something super strong. I'm gonna mix a whole lot of stuff together I should mix together. something that will make God question why I'm here. And I'm gonna have that drink. Yeah, don't y'all Disney. I know you've already done it. You already made what you're gonna make, and you've already hurt my heart. But you know,
and there's only been like a few episodes that were actually okay. Two that were really good, and now you just got like straight garbage. I don't know what the hell happened this week.
I thought it was gonna be like I've seen Captain Carter and then Star-Lord episode. I was like, this is gonna be fun and happy, and this is gonna feel good, and be like, oh, do what if? All right, Disney, that's what you're doing. And then there's like.
Yeah, like honestly, I love Captain Carter. I love if T'Challa was Star-Lord. I was not down with the Avengers initiative or recruits being killed by him.
No, because Thor died to an arrow, Hulk died from being exploded. Like that would actually work or matter for him. Like
that was not. And a Killmonger episode was good. I like that one.
That wouldn't kill Deadpool. You kidding me? You know what?
The Thor episode didn't even seem like it was in a what if. I'm gonna be real with you because I said it last week. I kind of felt like Thor was gonna be that way anyway. I mean, he parties. This is what it is. I mean, if you look at the movie, he was sitting around with his beer belly. What was he playing? I forgot the video game he was playing. It wasn't God of War, was it? It was something. I don't know, but you just know from his personality, this is what Thor does. I mean, that's Thor. I'm like,
I will say this real fast. This because something like this really bothered me. All right, beyond the fact that so many people died from the bombs that shouldn't have, like Wolverine, for example, Sabretooth, even whatever else. Well, there should be mutants right now walking around like, oh, like Darwin, like, oh,
Professor X, like, what is this confuckery?
That's I think Darwin actually evolved so that can actually defeat Ultron anyway, but that's not the point.
Joe said he's playing Fortnite, by the way. He was playing Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite. Okay. Yeah, that's what it was. Here's a part that I can't get past, and I just don't understand it. Okay, so when Thor said bye to Lady Friend, I'm going back home, I got in trouble, and Ultron showed up, and he was like, watching was like, what? Where are we in the timeline of this now? So here, we just now see him, and so does he. But then you got finished saying this story that breaks my heart. There's like 3 different splinters of time on a multiverse of the same character.
Yeah, so as Yuto said, I'm wondering if the CW writers infiltrated the What If writing team. You know what? I think that might be true. Might be true. It might be.
The same writer of Supergirl decided to try to write an action thing. And they know they can't do it.
Oh no, you get Supergirl. Actually, the last 2 episodes weren't so bad. We're talking straight up Flash writers right here. And then the Flash was in this. All their hands were running all over this plot.
No, because Natasha didn't admit her love for Hawkeye, so it's not Flash. They didn't.
Well, no,
I
mean we had this whole love drama crap. That's what the CW is known for.
Like I said, we have a moment where Natasha and Francis were just sitting there, and it was like, like take off his arm, whatever, and clean his arm. Is like, my dad once told me a long time ago. Sometimes if arrow doesn't fly straight, you won't know where to go. I'm gonna fly straight my whole life, and honestly, still don't know where I'm going. And Natasha does the whole. It flew into me. You do the CW thing, the head thing, though.
So Ultron has one of those speeches. My name is Ultron, and I can go through multiverses, destroying them using the power of the Infinity Stone. It shouldn't fucking work in the first damn place.
My name's Ultron, and I'm the most OP retcon character in the world.
That's pretty fucking sad. I mean, like I said, when I was watching this, my eyes just kept getting bigger and bigger. Now I'm in the comics. My spouse knows very little about comics. I just watched my spouse face and remember turned to me and was like, what is happening? And I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I have no answers for you. This literally has undermined everything screw comics. Everything I thought I knew about the MCU just got rewritten. I think when Joe was on there, he was like, yeah, they basically just took it upon themselves to just take this one rule in Marvel as a whole and just basically take a massive dump on it. And I'm like, yeah. So the Infinity Stones are just so effing scary now. They are so powerful that you don't need anything. Fuck He Who Remains. Fuck all of this stuff. You don't need anything but the damn Infinity Stones.
Who cares? We're gonna let a 5-year-old play with action figures and say out loud the adventure they're having, and that's the script. That's what we're gonna do.
And so now I feel bad for Loki because back in his TV series when he had basically access to these Infinity Stone paperweights, he could have just taken them all and just gone around and destroyed all the multiverses. Because I mean, obviously that was a choice.
Using stones is like having a force. You have to believe. If not, that's why you fail.
Every time you don't believe, an Infinity Stone becomes a paperweight.
I do believe in Infinity Stone. I do.
Oh my God. I can't. I just can't. But why was Clint so effing suicidal?
he wanted to die, so he had a Mises complex. He was like, we don't fumble around, Natasha, searching for meaning.
But he was like, I told you, I'm tired of fighting. As I turn around and fight some more to my death.
Jump down
he should have just been like,
in the wide shot of the narrow corridor. Like, that you could have shot the one and then got out. But no, he had the whole, like I said, Mises complex. We don't fumble around searching for meaning, Natasha. We have one purpose.
Well, I mean,
I just want to die.
Why? Since he already had the arrow that basically had the force field, that they were slowly breaking through, why didn't he just aim down the damn arrow and fucking blow him up?
Like, then again, he said he wanted to die when he was down there. So it's like, and Natasha was like, she did the whole thing. She pulled I can't remember the character's name. What's that Felicity move? I'm not leaving you.
I'm like, the hell you not?
It's like Arrow. It's like Arrow. By yourself, you're just a man. Come on. You can't survive bullets. You shoot arrows, man. Come on with it.
I'm very proud that they are the only two left. Apparently, everybody else is dead. She's rolling around with Captain America's shield.
when they first showed that they were the only two left, I'm like, there are so many immortal characters on that planet.
Yep.
Why are they dead? This makes absolutely no sense. None. How in the oh my God, there's at least, I'm gonna say at least on the top of my head about like 26 characters right now. Top of my head I could probably list off that would not die from a nuclear holocaust like that on that planet. There's no way. No, unless they're in a universe where there never was a Wolverine or a Sabretooth or a Scarlet Witch or a Phoenix or any of them motherfuckers, whatever. Yeah. So like, and most of them are mutants. Like,
so what if we create a series that is so far-fetched that it makes all of the fans of our previous films and all of Marvel Studios insane?
You want to throw Luke Cage? Oh no, calm down. We'll do that. What if episode special? We'll throw Liu Kang and Ryu from Street Fighter in. We gotta let everybody know that we ain't playing. We will destroy all your stuff and you will love it.
I was waiting for Howard the Duck to come.
Howard? Oh, sorry. Howard easily died somewhere. I'm lying. Howard's sitting on a moon with the Little Prince on B112. That's the name of the little moon he's on.
He's playing checkers with Prime with Prime Dr. Strange.
What?
I mean, hell, I'm telling you,
it's Howard the Duck, the Little Prince, let's call it the master Pokemon Master Dr. 12 and Ted from that movie Ted, the little teddy bear. And they're playing Monopoly. And they're like, we're not dying. We're supreme beings. You don't know it. and everybody watching is like, you all right? Yeah, my nose just started bleeding. I'm sorry. Continue. Keep playing the episode.
Seriously, I was so worried about doing this stream tonight because I just did not like this episode. And I'm like, there's so many ways I can express it. And I didn't want to get really, really angry because I'm tired. I had a stream that didn't end to 2:45 a.m. So I was like, I need to Mufasa and not let myself have heart palpitations because I really did not like this shit. I did not like this episode at all. It was straight garbage for me.
What if it's now proven it has the same consistency of a child playing by themselves? Because in the first episode you saw like fun and stuff, like a kid playing with action figures by himself in the room, just going, oh no, ain't king of the world, like He-Man can't fly, go away. And then the wild was like, and then Simba, he's now the bad guy. Like, what are you doing? That's not how. But he's 6. He's 5, whatever. That doesn't matter. He doesn't take control.
So are you saying that this was made for 5 and 6-year-olds? Because I already told you earlier when we were talking that I think 5-year-olds were waving their fist at the saying, "Mommy, what the hell is this shit?"
Some 5-year-olds probably like. But I will say, man, look, it has all the feelings and consistency that an elementary school child wrote this. And I don't approve. It's one thing if you're doing a parody. Like, if you're watching like that Harley Quinn cartoon, that DC thing that's entirely silly and supposed to be a comedy or whatever. This the real Harley Quinn, I don't remember what it's called. But it's a DC cartoon. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy are friends and they do stuff together. But
they're lesbians. They actually have a comic run where they're together too. So
yeah, that is true. Yeah. But that cartoon is based nothing on the comics besides the characters that exist in it. Like Joker, when Joker caught Bruce Wayne, where's my electric car, Bruce? That was just funny.
Well, they do talk about their bromance a lot. So
they do, yes, because it's like give and take, like But anyway, like on that level, that amount of retconning makes perfect sense. Like watching Red Dwarf, I get it. when you're making fun of the concept, the idea.
Or like the Orville. The Orville is probably a very good example. So the Orville is literally a direct parody of Star Trek, to the point where if you actually looked at some of the airings of their episodes, they were similarly eerie to Star Trek Discovery at the time. They had similar plots, only one was absolutely on crack and one was supposed to be serious. I could see it if this was a parody, but even as a parody, this would be stupid.
Exactly. That's the problem. Because the
parodies are when you actually base it off of truth. There's nothing truthful about this shit at all. There's just not. There's nothing truthful about
parodies. Are joking homages to the original work. But to be a parody, something that you cannot do, never do, because it'll ruin your parody. Take yourself seriously. Can't do that. This is taking itself seriously.
This made Ultron OP, and I'm like, then what's the damn point? I don't understand the point to this universe now.
It doesn't
make any sense to me.
If the entire universe, Captain Marvel included, couldn't defeat this jackass, then how do you expect a ragtag team of misfit children, most of them didn't have powers in the first place, to fight this? How? He's clearly already killed Thor and his entire planet and family before. So you're gonna bring Thor from that universe to fight them, and T'Challa, Star-Lord, and probably Killmonger, and you know what? Y'all stupid.
I'm telling you, Wanda, zombie. I did not understand how Wanda became a zombie in the first episode.
I still don't get that.
Literally a reality bender. Like she's just like, no more zombies. Bam, over it.
That literally kept me up for a little while when I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Don't. So for real, most time when you bring up that episode, my brain is like, we watched that. Oh yeah, that's how far back I suppressed that, because when you do alternate realities, take your due diligence to make the reality make sense. Like, be realistic. If you're gonna say like alternate world Groove became a track star, whatever, you have to add up to how his father encouraged him, or his mother even, if they're even there, how they encouraged him to get to this point in the first place. Why did he get more in the track than the martial arts? Is he still the same person? Like, does he still have that aggressive edge to do this kind of thing? Or does he just really, is it just more of his athleticism that took over this time around? What influenced him in the first place? What we do with that kind of popularity? Does he have the same person? Like, especially if I'm a comic character myself and you know who I'm supposed to be, and you play on my character being in another universe with a different future outcome, I'm still me at the core. I just have a different reality to play with. So how does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense.
What you don't do is you put me in that universe as a track star and say he's also like, he can like bench press mountains now. Why can he do that? Well, he never got into it, but the power was always in there. That Groove couldn't bench press mountains. Why can he do that now? Why? Explain yourself. Well, because he was running, he ran through the woods and found a magic book, like in I'm saying League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. No, the Bureau of Magical Things, because there were a fairy and an elf fighting over it, and he got magic powers. He touched it, and like, don't do that. Don't. At that point, you're being funny, and it should be
like the whole scene where he was fighting the Watcher. You know what popped into my head? This mofo's trying to be One Punch Man. Like, he's trying to be One Punch Man.
I will say it right now on the air. I don't give a damn how strong Ultron gets. One Punch Man would own him, and because One Punch Man is made to be a man that wins with one punch. And
he hit him one time and be like, time for lunch.
I'm so serious. I've been reading that manga a little bit here and there when I'm like, kind of bored or a little sleepy and I can't get sleep right away. One Punch he's just made to be strong, period. He is equipped to be strong regardless of what's going on. Like, there's
and that's the thing. I mean, the anime and manga characters, they can get away with that. In comic books, they have to taper it down, because I know us fans would be like, come on, you can't be that OP, then what's the point of us reading this?
Like, for real, I believe One Punch could easily one punch Sailor Moon at this point, and Zeno. There's no way they can beat him. You can't. He cannot even be harmed. Like, there are characters that are so powerful, even psychic attacks don't hurt him. Like, they can try
to. There's a YouTube video where somebody made a CG fight between him and One Punch Man and Thanos, and I was like, "Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. Just how he went down. That's exactly what happened."
Like, it's weird. He'll take the blows too. Like, oh, okay, you're doing something. Then you're like, all right, stop. And that's the worst part about it. He doesn't really know how to fight. He just puts his hand out there. he's really doing this. And imagine losing to that. Like, oh my God. Like,
well, I don't have to imagine losing to that. I saw it. Between Watcher and Ultron. Boom. Like, it was such a weird thing to see Ultron like this OP. It's like, it doesn't make any damn sense. And plus, at least, if we're going to do an alternate effing reality, then please stop throwing around that Tony Stark and Bruce Banner created Ultron, because they did not. That was Pym. You've been blasting Pym this whole damn time. You know, obviously he wasn't a wife beater in the MCU, but you treated him like he was in the past episodes, and then make him to tell the truth. Pym made freaking Ultron. I don't understand that.
I think it's because Disney's still bitter that, you know, I forgot his real name, the actor who played Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. I think it really is mad that Downey Jr. won't come back to play Tony Stark. So every time they have him on screen, they just kill him. Every time. Think about it. In every what if he shows up on screen, he dies. He doesn't survive any of them. He dies in each iteration.
I mean,
as if like,
if you wanted to do that, then make it even dumber, you know? Like,
but it's such a cocky flex. It's like as if Tony Stark's existence is why the universe functions. How dare you? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I get it. You're gonna make him. He's like, the reason he was here is because, dude, Captain America was the first Avenger, and you made a Captain Carter. Don't act like it was all Tony. Well,
I told you with What If, even in the episodes that I did like, there was always questions. Like in Captain Carter, I'm like, well, you know, they had the Hulk Smasher, or their version of the Hulk Smasher, basically. I said, why didn't we have Steve get basically turned into Winter Soldier? Because Bucky never got kidnapped, or never, you know, basically got found by Hydra and was never made into Winter Soldier. Why didn't they do that? You know? And then in my favorite one, which was, you know, Star-Lord, T'Challa as Star-Lord, my question was, why in the hell was little T'Challa allowed to run around by himself unprotected, where he can just go through the damn force field, which we've already shown in the Killmonger episode, when the shield is up, things that go through it kind of get sliced in half and burned. So how come he was able to go out? So I always have little nitpicks, always, in every episode.
He was able to go out because we do not do that here. We don't kill children on screen. It is a Disney movie. We don't do that. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got.
No. Okay, Kwame. Go Planet. I'm telling you, though, that it didn't make sense. The Marvel Zombies, I have so many nitpicks about I was picking it apart because that is not the comic Marvel Zombies that we know. I think I've been spoiled by the comics, because this one was the decisions they were making were so damn stupid that I didn't even feel bad for them when they were falling. I'm like, you dumb. The way Vision turned like that when, you know, he got the Bruce, he's like, you had to help us. And Vision's like, we do need to help you. What am I doing? And I'm like, so you didn't realize this when you were chopping up T'Challa's leg to feed to zombie Wanda? I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Here's a better question. You decided to instead work on a cure for the wife you love so damn much. You decided to go, well, she needs to feed. Excuse me?
On T'Challa's
That's your resolve? That's what you wanted to do?
Oh, Lord.
You wanted to, like, man, I'm just... I hate it because I let go of some of the small stuff in the beginnings. It was so much fun. But
it's hard now. It's hard.
It is. It's really hard.
I have so much to say. This episode to me was just garbage. I hate it. And if you're gonna have this as the premise of what's going on with all the multiverses, why the hell is this coming, you know, this late in the game? You should have played this episode at the beginning. So that with all these universes that were following, and you see Ultron fucking coming in looking all badass visiony. We would have got the concept. It would have made sense. Why the hell did you play this episode this late in the game? That doesn't make sense to me. Does not make sense to me.
A slight head nod. Disney did try to throw in some Star Wars stuff in it because
they are merchandising. We got to buy it.
Yeah.
Surprise BB-8 didn't just roll in, but
because when they did like the little multiverse thing, I did notice they were in. At one point, I saw Darth Vader's little citadel in the background, and then another part it was in what was that? The forest they found the Wookiees in, I think is where it was. They I just only noticed those two, and there might have been more. I don't know. I was like, oh, I mean, not Wookiee. I'm sorry, Ewoks. Sorry.
I was gonna say, why would
Wookiees.
I mean, okay, yeah, I can see Ewok. I can absolutely see Ewoks in this.
I
Why
swear
the
to
hell
God,
not?
I want to see Ewok show up on the next What If. If I don't see Ewok, I'm going to graffiti nothing. I'm not graffiti anything.
There's
But
nothing for
I
them
will,
to graffiti because Ultron is destroying all the multiverses. What are you gonna write on? I'm like, but no, it was so bad. And like I'm the Watcher when he was talking about I can't help, I can't interfere. I'm like, motherfucker, that is not true. Do you read the comics? You interfere all the damn time. And then like
Right.
Cliff was like not looking in the box. And he's like,
hey,
the other box.
I don't interfere. You did when you monologued so loud he heard you.
Yep.
That was interference. You saw him turn around and look at you, and then you kept talking. Shut the hell up. Like, this is the point where you go.
Yep. And you know what? At the onslaught of this episode, we have also learned that the power of will, your willpower is shit. Because the Watcher was like, you underestimate the power of my will. And it was like, Ultron's like, whatever, one punch. I'm like, but that's not how this works. This is not how the Watchers work. None of this it doesn't make sense to me. I would have preferred them to have like time twisters and just effing everything up. That would have been fine, I mean, where is he who remains? I need to understand this now. Where is he? Where is he?
Good question.
Did he not foresee this?
No. However, Watu did get that Renegade Watcher armor, so like that was kind of neat, I guess.
Yeah, I pretty much thought he was just trying out for a new G.I. Joe movie. So, like, I know what the fuck was happening with that.
No, it wasn't the exact same one, but it didn't look like it though.
It just seemed like everybody was depowered except for Ultron.
Yeah,
and it didn't make sense to me.
Ultron had the ultimate just OP. How did he use the Mind Stone to shoot a laser? You know what though? I'm stop. Stop.
Let me go up here. There are comments.
Yeah, let's go to the comment section.
Comment section.
I need something to like play off of and kind of laugh at because
I'm angry.
Like how the hell did he shoot a laser behind his head to kill him? When did the Mind Stone do that? That's not what it's for. You don't just it's not a damn battery. Whatever. Who cares?
Joe's like they should have stuck with Kirkman stuff.
Yeah,
they're not. They don't read comics, Joe. Come on now.
No, why would they?
It didn't jump the shark. It leaped over the whole Sharknado and landed on Croc's octopus. So me and Joe from Joe's Geek Show. If you have not subscribed, like and subscribe. We like B-rated movies. And so we watch like all the little sci-fi B-rated creature. Sharknado is great. It is gold. It is so bad. I mean, it's like the ultimate drinking game if you drink. It is hilarious. And they have like cameos from celebrities. It's amazing. It's just amazing. But I absolutely agree that this whole fucking episode jumped the whole damn Sharknado. No, Z Nation, it jumped the zombie NATO. Like, that shit was straight garbage.
Like I said, it was garbage. It was garbage, sir. Garbage.
The one thing I hate about Ultron is how he's so childish in MCU. To me, the fear factor in accompanying Ultron is that he was a cold and calculated machine that operated on heartless logic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't. Man, oh my God, you can access any library in the universe, in the world, and see the atrocities and. If you knew some of the tortures that Hitler did to people, I can't even say them really on this. I know some of the worst he's done. And
my mother was very into history, and she studied the Holocaust a lot. So I've read a lot of autobiographies from survivors of concentration camps, and they were pretty bad.
This is one that's really bad. I'll tell you after the show, Maria, so you can
okay.
On it. But
thanks, I appreciate you.
You're welcome. No, it kills me because like you have access to. It's like having access to that what was it on Yu Hakusho? That dark history tape, whatever it was. That made sense. We go crazy. I can't remember what the tape was called, but you have access to all this information of all the good and bad of humanity, and your brain went the only way to save humanity is destroy it all. I expect that kind of logic from somebody who can't think at at the speed of a laptop. You know what I'm talking about? Like you can't. That's somebody who would do something like, should I get tacos or pizza? They have thoughts like that.
Oh, you mean the chapter black tape?
Thank you.
I don't even know why that just popped into my head until you said pizza.
I'm glad you remember.
I
really,
so
I got
Look at that!
Look at you flexing your anime muscle there.
Don't get used to that.
But no, I'm just like, I'm so serious. I'm just like, dude, your brain's a neural net processor, a learning computer. Why the hell did you have a hard time figuring out that there's another way to get this done? You don't have to do this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Maria, this episode.
Yeah, you just said so what if ignored its own continuity?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, did it?
Absolutely. They set up this world and then they took a big, massive, diuretic freaking shit on it. I was like, all right, cool.
They legit decided like, well, it's multiverse, so we can kind of do whatever we want to do. No, that's not it. That's not how this works. I don't give a damn. There's a whole lot of world. You need consistency. So
this might be the first Infinity Stone empowered Ultron that traveled the multiverse. No.
You can thank Disney.
This is the Disney Stone.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Ultron searched Bambi's mom's carcass and found one stone that no one ever looked for because it was so sealed. And then he took that stone and the stone from Mufasa's dead body and put them together. And it looks like a little keyblade, but you can't see. It's like a tattoo on the side.
Oh, I got to rename the stones now. So we got the merchandising stone. We have the streaming stone. We have the membership stone.
The Disney Plus stone. You need that one.
The Disney Plus stone.
Yeah. The App Stone. That's what the App Stone. The App Stone. Yes.
We have the half-ass production stone.
We have of course the Golden Age stone. That's the Soul Stone. Golden Age.
That's the Soul Stone.
That's come and gone. You have to sacrifice something to get that.
And then we have little powers that all the stones have specifically. We have we can make more for less stone.
No, of course.
Who needs to hire writers? We can just wing it through fanfic stone.
And
pull up 17 fanfics. Let's just pull shit from each one. A paragraph for all of them. Bam! What if Disney style?
Then they have the Songs of the South Stone. That's the hardest one to get because it's forbidden, and they're all on the Mickey Mouse ear hat. You gotta buy at Disneyland.
Oh Lord!
With all these stuff, let our power combine. Like,
Justin, this episode gave me a nosebleed.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
That's because your logic, your brain wasn't bleeding, your logic was going. It was like I can't too much for the logic system. Like, your brain was infiltrated by a virus. You just didn't realize it.
I like the fact Guido said in the kidney stone. That's funny. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
The kidney stone. The kidney stone allows Disney to go through your house and go through your things and steal stuff, and it make them a franchise, and it charge you for your own properties.
That's bullshit.
Don't call me Disney. Don't do it.
Not to mention now they're saying someone can gather the stones, go to another universe and get those stones, travel to another and get those stones, and just energize Bunny the whole thing. Energize it, Bunny. Well, yeah, I mean, you make a good point. Does every multiverse or alternate reality, other dimension have its own set of Infinity Stones?
You see, now Rick and Morty did something like that with the little five weasel thing or whatever, making fun of Voltron. But they made it entertaining and kept some consistency with it. Plus, he's a multiverse jumper or whatever. Like, this don't make sense, man. Them stones shouldn't work in another universe at all. Like, you can't take the Power Stone to Universe 2 and think it's gonna work out of Universe 1. That ain't it. That's not it. I'm sorry, Universe Prime into Universe.
No, there are no Prime universes in the What If now. We've already figured out there's not Prime. No, the minute you realize we're not watching an anthology, but a canonical What If Avengers. I mean, it's not untrue. It is not untrue.
It's not.
Did Flash cause another flashpoint? Is that why we have this version of Ultron?
Yes.
The one DC Marvel crossover we needed, and Flash already after everything up.
Flash ran back in time and played hopscotch with himself as a
You're not the Hawkeye.
We are. I immediately started hearing the corny CW music in the back of my head. I'm not kidding. This like the rolling sound with the trumpet kind of coming in. Like,
I'm telling you, when I watched that man literally shoot that arrow, causing the force field, and they're slowly breaking through it, and he's over here climbing slowly, and then he's like, I don't want to fight anymore. And then he just aims a damn like explosive arrow at them and then jumps down and blows them up. I'm like, you literally could have shot that from where you were up there and his hot ass out of that damn thing. But nope, too much common sense. We can't have that much common sense.
You know why? He wanted to die. Also,
why? Why did he want to die, Groove?
Because, Maria, they're clearly going to pull a hero from each universe to fight.
Oh, and it wasn't him? He didn't make the cut? Is that
they need Black Widow voiced by Poison Ivy to be in this episode. Because if not that, how are we going to make this work? You got to think with your front mind, man. You're thinking mind, Maria. You're thinking mind.
I don't want to anymore. When I think with my thinking mind, then I watch this. It burns. It just burns.
You're not thinking toyetic. We're talking about merchandise, baby. Yes, the nerds are going to be mad, but who cares?
That's true. Hot girl with big boobies. Hawkeye. I see where you're going with this.
That's where it works.
I get it.
Like, you gotta remember, a lot of those nerds, most nerds are guys. We know this, and they're perverts, and they can't help themselves. So we gotta make sure she wins in the
because Natasha even died in one of the universes. She died she got like killed by Penn.
Yeah. We can kill off once because women are things. This is Disney. However, no, we don't care about moms in this franchise. Who cares?
She got killed twice. She was dead in Marvel
Actually,
Zombies.
You're right about
the Avengers, my nitpick guys, the Avengers were like, let's land our jet right in the middle of the damn zombie apocalypse and see what happens.
Clearly never played a video game in their life, you know.
Clearly this is fine. Nobody's gonna they didn't see Spider-Man's YouTube video. They didn't understand. It's like going back to Crisis on Infinite Poop with the CW when Ryan Choi all of a sudden knew how to fight because he watched a YouTube video. This is what happened in Marvel. Like, if they just had Peter Parker's explanation on what not to do, Zombieland style, in a damn zombie movie, then they'd be all alive. But no, they're like, well, we got this. We're the Avengers. But what happens when you get bit? Everybody's SOL. I mean, it's like when you read Deceased, what happens with Superman. It's like, well, I better shut up because I don't know if people actually read Deceased.
But it's like questions before, like with the zombie things. How do you transform Wolverine and Deadpool and stuff? They do every time though. Like, so, I mean, how
did they get close enough to Wanda? I'm telling you, she could have been like, no more zombies. I mean, bam, it's over.
Because they clearly also bid Magneto and Quicksilver and everybody. No one was safe. Not even Professor Xavier, who can enter their mind and stop this. Or Phoenix, even. Jean Grey, if you have to. So, I mean, you know what? Marie, this makes me mad. Like, I'm making jokes. I'm being light about the whole thing.
And it's fine to do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's just this. I legit, after watching that, I didn't watch any review, anything about the episode to this because I don't want to hear any other, from Screen Junkie to anybody else, whomever, Screen Rant, or any of those other shows, those YouTube channels to praise it, because they'll make me angry. And they're gonna praise it because they're gonna find a fun stuff like, oh, remember an issue, whatever, when he went to the bathroom just like he did. They'll do that, and it's like, shut up, that's not important. Like,
yeah, and it's harder for me because I'm a girl. But I mean, I've had people. I talk my truth. I will speak my truth. If I don't like something, I just tell you I don't fucking like it. I don't care if you're in your feelings about it. I don't care. But I do know one guy was like, I've been reading comics for 18 years. You need to understand. I'm like, baby, I am 45 almost. I've been reading comics since I was 5. Let's do some math. Like, you don't gotta throw numbers, ages, and clout. Your comic balls aren't bigger than mine. I just don't go around acting like it's my universe like you do. That's the difference. So when people get in their feelings when they do reviews and they get mad, or fans get mad. I mean, just let people get mad. You either like something or you don't. This channel, we thought this episode was mad garbage. That's what ATN says. Take it or leave it. I don't give a shit. I just don't. I don't have time to care. Unless you write in my check for my rent, which my YouTube channel does not generate that kind of clout. You don't have a damn thing to say to me right now. Nothing.
It is so weird too, because that whole flex is irrelevant. Like, I read this up 15 years. I can go on Wikipedia right now and know the entire plot line, and I don't have to watch it. In fact, YouTubers right now will literally recap an entire comic series for you. You don't have to read a damn thing. Nope. So what does that mean in 2021? Even if you just start reading,
it means nothing. And then when you watch MCU, you think that that's relevant and that's canon all by itself. You're like, well, this is what happened. Well, that's not what happened in the comic. That doesn't matter. That's the Silver Age. Like, seriously, what? That was 5 years ago.
Like, your fandom and dedication is appreciated. Your attitude is not. Take that shit somewhere else.
Like, look, you're not gonna get a rise out of me. I don't care. On a positive side note, Jamila Jamil, am I saying that right? Jamila Jamil. Just tweeted a picture of her. Jamila. And I'm a damn voice actor. That's a shame. Tweeted a picture of herself as Titania. She looks great. I was excited when they announced who she was gonna be, because I'm really looking forward to She-Hulk. So I'm cool with that.
I'm not gonna lie, I just like seeing her in The Good Place.
Really?
She's a talented young lady. And she's very pretty.
Oh, you got a crush, I see. I'm gonna tell your wife.
Oh, I do have celebrity crushes, not that many, but Jamila, she's not one of them. But I do like her.
I got you. Hey, where was Squirrel Girl in this episode?
Shut up.
Why the hell they have Squirrel Girl just come up and just start owning it?
We're not doing this. We're not doing what makes sense. We're not doing it. Nope.
Squirrel Girl's like, hi, I don't have to study for a test today, so I'm just gonna whoop your ass real fast.
Nope. Hush.
No. Nope. Do you feel that right there? Yeah, that's my squirrels. They're actually infiltrating your circuitry and pulling it out.
Which is what they could have. No, what's funny? If it ended like that, my whole attitude would have changed. Like, oh, I get it.
Well, why didn't Ant-Man or Wasp do that?
They did the Hulk. You're right. They did the Hulk. You had a point. Shut up.
Like, I'm sorry. I like to drop these questions, but people don't want to know and don't want to ask.
Nothing makes sense, man. This sucks.
Because it's the merchandising stone. You already solved the equation. Let's see here. It's a shame that the potential was squandered with these half-baked ideas.
Yes.
They weren't even put in the oven. They're not even half-baked. They're raw. Like, they're all raw. I don't think anyone ever really cared to ask what if Ultron won.
No.
I sure as fuck didn't care either.
Who gives two dirty shoes? Between who won? What if Ultron won? How about this one? He didn't, so who cares? Like, bottom line, nobody asked, like, what if Bowser was Mario? Shut up. That doesn't matter. Did he be Mario?
You know what would have been more successful to me? If the MCU actually brought in X-Men and brought in, like, Agents of Atlas and Atlas Foundation, all that. They have license to do this. And if you want to just bring them in an animated capacity, I mean, obviously this is not canon, even though it's supposed to be canon, but like I'm looking at it as a satire. You can put anybody anywhere. And I mean, I don't understand why you have the same old heroes with no progression. Hell, we didn't even have Monica Rambeau. Where the fuck is she? She's been introduced.
Nowhere.
Maria, don't even exist.
Maria, you are being a woman right now.
I'm so freaking sorry. Every time I look down, I see boobs. I don't know what's
Maria, you gotta be careful. Disney ain't going to give you the Disney treatment.
You're right. I got an Elsa doll behind me. She might stab me in my back.
What a dark and awful thing to say. Oh my God. Look, Disney, they don't like logic. They damn don't like LGBT. So, like,
hey, they do like LGBT during Prime, Prime month.
Everybody does. That doesn't mean
Pride month comes out.
Man, when
Mickey Mouse is supporting the rainbow. Don't you go there with me.
Only time you see those flags raised at all.
Oh, no. They don't raise flags. They just put the flags on the merchandise.
Sorry. They put the colors on the logo. That's the only time you see Target have any kind of same-sex couple anything, or,
We can't do that at Disney.
We can't. At Disney, whatever Walt said happened. That's why there are no Jews in Disney.
I think they had one kid show where one of the characters, I think he was gay. And I don't think we ever saw another character like that in any of their kids shows after that. And I'm like, yeah, whatever.
What they do is because they code language like he's just very effeminate. Like he's clearly into men. What are you doing? Like Nickelodeon did it with their recent little all that. One of the little cast members is very, very gay. And it's like, yeah.
But that's it. But did they say he's gay? Or he just portrayed on
Instagram. They know he's gay. He plays Ariana Grande almost every episode of that of the new all that. Like he walked around. He has a thing. He's in a little kid in a hot tub. Nickelodeon, don't ask. And he gives like his little 2 cents and everything.
Well, but he can be a cross-dresser. Not every cross-dresser is gay. So
no, he kind of missed a little bit. If you heard him, even without him saying it, it's like no, you're a sis. I get it.
Well, Power Rangers Dino Fury just came out with the Green Ranger. She's a lesbian or bisexual. We don't really know what she identifies as, but she's got a girlfriend. She's got a girlfriend.
So progressive. But
Joe said it should have just stuck to being a semi-Twilight Zone Outer Limits like show. I agree with that.
You know what, Joe? You're right. You're absolutely right. I can see it. The watcher just sitting there, submit it for your approval. What would happen if Ultron?
Disney loves LGBT unless it's in China. Taiwan technically has legalized.
Actually, yeah, because Taiwan has a little more rights. Good luck, Hong Kong.
To be fair, every island or continent, however you want to describe the mini, I say mini islands of Asia that consider themselves China, think they're all the original China. Malaysia's the original China. Beijing, the city of Beijing is like, no, we were here first. Hong Kong was here first. It's like everybody claims it. Taiwan's like, nah, we're true. We're the true China.
So what part of China? It's like there's China, there's Macau, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Malaysia.
Beijing. Yep.
Well,
but but to be fair, if we're gonna jump this broom, then I guess India needs to say they China too, because they're pretty much touching each other at this point. So
that's a deep conversation. If you want to do a whole geopolitical history episode, we could do that, but not here. This stream will go 4 hours. Like, no, we're not getting to that.
We're like, and then in 1653, he loves diversity unless it's in China. Looking at you, Star Wars. Well, hell, I'm still in my feelings about Shang-Chi in China. China's so damn mad about how Shang-Chi is represented. I'm like, the character was effing half white. I'm like, he was never going to represent you.
Like,
MCU changed that. They were like, no Manchu, no white mama, none of that. We going to make your daddy the Mandarin, and your mama is going to be from this secret society of special, I like to call them special kung fu movie style, stunt people. Super fighting, Asian, Shang-Chi. I don't know. Because I'm like, but like China is like, you're appropriating our culture, and I'm like, the damn character was never fully Chinese. Why don't you get this? You should be in your feelings about that. If I was Eurasian, I'd be pissed right now. I would be mad as hell. I'm like, so you gotta wait. You basically said you have to be fully Chinese. You gotta wait for this. He just said, "This is your white mama." Blip. I'm like, she gotta go. I'm like, so all you out there that are Eurasian, if you have anything, you can be Blasian.
But then
it
again,
don't matter.
They got mad as hell when they came out with Iron Fist. Why is the white guy the one they based it off of Kung Fu? Y'all, seriously, shut up. That's how the comic was written. All right, they're just. If they made Iron Fist full Asian, all of us would be like, what are you doing? That's not the character.
I think Shang-Chi's Eurasian's roots was actually retconned in the comics. That's even worse.
I don't even know what to say about that.
My gosh. Guys, you don't understand. I'm always in my feelings about mixed identity. They take a shit on us all the damn time. I'm so tired of it. It's like, you don't need to exist. F you. Like, you taboo as hell. Your parents effed up and you the problem.
You gotta pick a side. Pick a side.
And guess what? I ain't picking shit. I pick them all. Like a Pokemon, all my identities, all my ethnicities, whatever. Got to catch them all. Get it? You're not gonna tell me a Pokemon game is more fucking progressive than real life. You can kiss my butt.
It's funny because it's a very Eurocentric ideal to think that black and white makes light skin. It's like you're clearly never seen Africans because Africans come in all shades with no mixture.
I've never understood that. There are Africans with blue eyes and green eyes. It's a recessive gene. It means absolutely nothing.
You can come from 2 dark-skinned parents and come out light skin and brown skin. Like seriously, like my dad is actually lighter than me. My mom is about a shade darker than me. I know my mom's the same shade as I am. My little brother though is a little.
Yeah, your mom's the same shade as you.
Yeah, my little brother though is not. He's a shade lighter. If I'm mistaken. My dad's kind of light skinned. My grandfather.
Michael's not too much lighter. You're almost the same. Yeah.
But my grandfather, my dad's side, is very light skinned. Well, was very light skinned. No lie. So like, do we come in all shades? Even being born from people who are just brown, we come in all shades. You can have a light skinned brother.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna blow your mind, Groove, because we 23andMe friends, and so is me and your wife, who is darker, beautiful. Her very first ancestors are not. They didn't trace back to Africa.
No,
they're Scandinavian.
I was like, I saw
they
that.
Were from Scandinavia, and then they like, we're gonna dip out in Africa a little bit, go that way.
Not mine though. See, I'm lighter than 2 years.
Well, you have Filipino, Vietnamese, all kinds of stuff in you. So
see, my earliest ancestors come from Africa and I think East African and Central Africa, and I think my genetic code goes back to King Ramses. So like,
well, like I said, that's my point with Shang-Chi though. Shang-Chi, I mean, it's stupid to think this is going to represent Chinese culture because the character in the damn comics didn't represent you. Never has. It's not. And I'm not trying to throw shade at China. I just thought the argument was dumb. And I thought how Kevin was talking about it was dumb. And like the whole damn thing is stupid. It's just all stupid.
Everybody wants their pride to be shown, but y'all forget that these comic books were made in America and based upon American writers who wanted to mix things together. Especially Marvel. Marvel was way progressive for its time. So like, what you're wanting is this really weird, like national thing going on. This national
Sean.
Thing.
Yeah, just say hi to Sean. Sean just popped in here. Do you think Arrowverse has great representation for Black people? Hell no. No. Hell no.
I'm not answering that question.
No.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not answering that.
No.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
One Black character in the Arrowverse that they actually give most clout to, and I'm not gonna say clout because it's not effing true, that gets to do whatever he wants and not have extreme BLL is Martian Manhunter, and he's supposed to be green. I mean,
I was gonna say, I swear I thought you were gonna say Diggle, but I'll put like this. I'll put like this. I'll put like this. You know why? You know there's not a good relationship in Arrowverse with CW like for Black people? Because look how Barry Allen treats his wife and his little brother. That is your entire representation.
Yeah, when you say little brother, and I keep thinking, oh yeah, because technically he was adopted by Joe. So he married his stepsister.
Yeah.
But look, people in their feelings, they did that first. But you can't tell me that Marsha and Peter weren't getting on the Brady Bunch. I'm just saying.
Oh, actually, in real life, behind the scenes, they were getting it on.
Oh well, I got a grosser one for you in a way. The mother from the Partridge Family was getting it on with the oldest son in real life, and they really were. That really was her adopted son. So that's what I saw in an interview. I don't know how true that is. Don't come up there and say Maria, but that's what I saw in an interview.
There's something to blow your mind. You know, Michael Jackson dated Marsha Brady for a little while back in the day.
Yeah, that would nope.
That messed my head up. Like, nope. Why? What?
Now let me focus on this question right here. Does the Arrowverse have great representation for Black people? I'm gonna tell you no. To Mr. Terrific, they basically character assassinated and took a shit on him. Black Lightning started out strong. It makes me in my feelings to have so many effing negative stereotypes in a show that's filmed in Atlanta that has a predominantly Black cast, and you still manage to make them look like they were incompetent. Yep. Lynn and Jefferson's whole marriage was toxic as fuck. Lynn, this beautiful Black, she was a physicist, was basically reduced to somebody who was sprung on drugs and was pretty much the cause of a lot of shit that went wrong in the entire series. I mean, every little minute stereotype that it could find was thrown in there. And then you create Ryan Wilder, who on paper was great. Yeah, you got your first Black Batwoman. Cool. But then you literally wrote her as Black Kate Kane. Nothing she accomplished came from her. Everything came from what she inherited from Kate Kane, and probably her bitch soon too, because I'm pretty sure her and Sophie will be rolling around in season 3. So I mean, no, they are not representative.
My thing is when they start, because they've been doing it, but once they start doing the whole thing like because they're Black, they're this. That's when your character's ruined, and they do that
all the effing time. All
I hate
the
that.
effing
I
time.
hate it
All
so
the time.
much.
All the time. All the time.
I
So
hate
no,
it.
I'm gonna be real. Honestly, I don't think they're representative of any POCs. It's just what it is. Where's Ryan Choi? I'm like, what? He's supposed to be the new. Where are you, Ryan?
Next question. This is
You don't even work at Star Labs. Where are you? Where are you, Ryan? You were so
Ryan
important.
Choi is at home eating Pop-Tarts.
Ryan,
He has nothing else to
look,
do.
when Crisis came back, they were like, Ryan who?
Exactly. They're like, we had a smart guy that was. Did we? Are there such a thing? Yeah, no, that's a stereotype. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah,
Let's make up a new one.
And Arrowverse is not representative of plot, continuity, good writing.
This is why I don't watch. I really don't watch Arrowverse. Not anymore. Can't do it.
I have to. I have a Arrowverse.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Like,
no, I have to do.
Stargirl, though, I think you would like, even though technically, I mean, Beth had a good episode this week, but
I'm afraid
I need them to build her up a little bit more. But because she is the token Black character right now, and
I am
Justice League,
Maria, to watch that.
Justice is it's actually pretty good. Yeah, I think you will like it. Yeah, you will like Stargirl.
Because everybody's trying to crank out those superhero stuff now. And some of the stuff I'm watching, like, man, what the hell did y'all
I mean, it's not Infinity Inc. They've de-aged them, but they're not bad. They're not bad. It's not bad. Although I will say I'm in my feelings about Starman because he's been trying to find Pat, and he asked Pat's ex-wife like 5 episodes ago where they are. And for some reason, he's still not in Nebraska yet. I'm like, how long does it take to get where you are to Nebraska? I mean, what are you driving? I'm like, what? I could have been to like effing New York by the time, like right now I'm back. From the time it's taking you to get from wherever you are to Blue Valley. But I digress. Whatever. Maria is a saint for watching Flash for us.
Yes,
you have no idea. You have no idea. I literally go and like
praise, honestly.
after the stream, I'm shaking and I got sweat. I get a fever. I'm like, what? Okay. Like when I'm watching it, my spouse is like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Just keep bringing me tea. Just keep bringing me tea. I gotta get through it."
Like I will say this, like y'all don't know. I didn't really want to do this what if. I'm kind of double fisting on this what if right now because I hated this episode. And
I hated this episode.
I
hated it. It was straight trash.
And y'all have all these Arrowverse questions. Let's do another question, please. Like, can we go on something that's not going to give me an aneurysm? I'm just saying, Like, yes,
well,
Maria is definitely a goddess for watching Flash for us because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it at all.
Look, I go above and beyond for my subs because I'm like,
Clearly.
You guys have been sticking with me from the jump. And I'm like that, it's why you get it. It's good. I mean, I have done streams. People don't realize that I have done streams in intense pain because I promised I was going to do it. If I ever move a stream, it's normally for a health reason. I'm just putting it out there. I live in an area of Memphis called Midtown, and Groove will tell you when it rains, a raindrop hits the ground. Our power, all the power, the entire circuit structure down here is like, we're out. Like everything going off. Internet's not working.
Revving something. I wish it would stop revving. I don't know. It was distracting the hell out of me.
That is very scary, and you might want to leave your house immediately.
That's
the start of either a Candyman sequel, or you just need to up and get out. So
somebody revving their vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, well.
Does Simon watch Arrowverse? Hell no.
Simon fortunately has good sense and goes.
He's like you're on your own, mom.
Exactly. He goes to the cage and lays down. And is like, well, I am done with this.
He drags his dog bed, but he was watching What If with us this morning. We watched it this morning, me and River.
Oh, that poor dog.
And he was like, he kept looking at he's a lab mix, so his little ears were like. I'm like, I know, right?
The dog Simon should not look at the thing and be like.
Yeah, so he's
like Simon, do you read the comics and something looking at
what the hell is happening?
Like, what are we looking at? This is ridiculous.
Yeah. But hey, Simon did like the episode with Jade. They brought Jade and Green Lantern Jade into Stargirl, and my dog was all in that. He liked the colors, so he was like, he was very involved and engaged in that episode. So Stargirl got the Simon stamp of approval. Unfortunately, none of the other shows have. He just, even Superman and Lois, I was watching, he was like, nah, I'm like, you on your own, Mom.
As he shouldn't, because no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Sean said, I screamed at the ending.
Ending of what? What are we talking about?
What if? Probably.
Oh,
I did not scream. If you're talking about what if, I didn't scream at the ending. I decided I tried not to cancel my Disney Plus subscription. I was like, fuck this show. I got other streaming things I can watch. I'm not gonna do this anymore.
I literally just went. That's all I had in me. Like, what did we just watch? Come on, man.
How much are your therapy bills for Flash and What If? Honestly, I have too many bills. I don't have extra therapy money, so I'll just either drink tea or have sex. There you go. There you go. Secret to success there. Lightsaber lightning bolts. Yeah, that pretty much is what's happening in the Flash. If Disney got a hold of the Flash, that would be interesting. I mean, first of all, it's a DC show, but that would be very interesting to see how they would improve that. What if we made the Flash better? Which
at this point, what made it hard to do?
I think they should move the Flash to HBO Max. And they should get rid of Ezra Miller. Because Ezra Miller is just like really.
The Flash would do very good with a more adult edge to it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Barry Allen has not been portrayed correctly recently in the Arrowverse and the DCEU. I feel like Ezra Miller looks like a sociopath. I mean, he really did. That whole scene in Justice League where he was slow-mo looking at Iris, I'm like, that is creepy.
Yeah.
You're a creepy dude. I'm like, no. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I didn't roll over because I think I did. I think that's why China left. She was over it. I'm sure she was. I don't blame her, though. Some people think she had some beef with Jefferson's actor, too. We don't really know. That's the thing. We don't know what happens behind the scenes of these shows. I'm sure there's drama. You cannot work on a set with that many people for years and not have some beef with somebody. Somebody's going to have a bad day. Somebody's going to piss you off. So it's a thing. It is a thing. And then I know a lot of rumors get started, especially when people have social media and they don't add each other. Like I know with Charmed, when Madeline Mantock left, a lot of people were quick to tell me, because I do Charm reviews, that Madeline Mantock basically only has Sarah Jaffe and Harry's actor on her Instagram and Twitter, but removed everybody else from the show. Even the Mel's actress who played, her sister, and of course Poppy, who played Abigail, and all these other people that she just completely removed them. And I'm like, I'm sure there was some shit. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, you don't know people based on what they act like on television. You don't know who they are. I mean, we're sitting here saying it was all racism that had her leave. And I mean, I'm sure that the writers, because I mean, come on, guys, it's a CW. It's a Charmed CW writing show. There were literally 3 white women sitting back there writing this show, writing for POC characters. Of course, it was effing stupid. It's why Harry and his Charlie's Angels, Charmed ones, was the focus of the damn show. But we don't know what these actors are like. People don't get a pass because you're a POC. You can be a complete bitch and be a POC. That don't mean anything. We don't know what the hell's happening behind the scenes of these shows. Arrowverse.
Very
you don't know. You don't know. So not everybody gets along in the valley. Just saying. Let me scroll down. What are your thoughts on the Star Wars canon having an anime? I mean, everything should have an anime. I mean,
why not?
My life should have a damn anime.
Why not? I want anime. Make me an anime character.
And when I get to anime, I'm gonna have a damn good soundtrack too. Damn good soundtrack.
Mine's gonna be probably something really shonen cringy, knowing me, something terrible. Some Itadakimasu Tadaima na 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 Itadamakoi. Like you're like, okay.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Let's fight. You know, the bad English for no reason.
Oh my god.
What is Jett Groove? Let's fight team. Like, oh, okay, stop, guys. This is very nice 94 cringe.
Yeah, now you see what I deal with. So Yoko Kanno will be doing all of my soundtrack because
if you would be so lucky.
She'll do it. She'll do it.
Your anime couldn't afford Yoko Kanno. No,
hey. Don't you be dousing my dreams. We need to push each other up, not down. I'll go up to Yoko Kanno and be like, "You a POC? I'm a POC. Let's POC together." Like, and I'll say it in Japanese because I have 8 years of Japanese, so I will say it in Japanese. I can't say why, Maria, but you need to watch the new Venom movie. I can't say why, and I wouldn't recommend searching it. Even searching Google for Venom will spoil it. I plan on watching.
I need to watch.
I
gotta catch up.
I saw Carnage, and that sold me. So
I still haven't watched Shang-Chi. I'm really behind. Actually,
I told you to take your ass to drive-in. You aren't listening.
I know what you told me to do, but like, I just get drunk. Actually, every weekend I could have gone. I've been busy like every weekend with something. That's why I haven't done it.
Okay, well, you need to plan. Buy the tickets online. That way you're committed. And then go to the drive-in. That's what you need to do.
All right. I can do that.
After Blue Marvel versus Icon, can we have a stream discussing Jett Groove versus Joe Higashi? Yes.
I want to say I will win, but I can't throw hurricane uppercuts. So I don't know how that works.
Instead of King of Fighter, can we have Street Fighter music? Both in the corner.
Round one.
I need you to just keep doing that.
He's a hurricane uppercut. I'm like, well, I'm done. Goodbye, everybody. I burned up in a fire tornado.
TJ Combo from Killer Instinct still had the best background music. I effing love the TJ Combo's background.
I see your question. I have better kicks. I'm gonna say it right now. Between Joe, Kim, and myself, I have better kicks because I love me. I believe in my kicks. Even though Kim Kafwan can definitely throw all kinds of cool split kicks and flip kicks, he can bicycle kick and all that stuff. I can't do that right away, but with enough like prep time, I can. Like Batman, give me some prep time, I can do it. So.
Did you like the girl gang in Green Arrow and the Canary's backdoor pilot? No and no. I like Catherine McNamara in Shadowhunters. I thought she did pretty well as Clary. I could not give 5 fucks about Mia. I'm sorry, I just didn't care about Mia Smoke. I like Black Siren. She's cool. I love other Black Canary. Like other Black Canary. She was all right. Honestly, Arrow started losing steam with me after season 2. It got to a point where Oliver kept saying shit that was so like in a circle, and the hypocrisy was so real that it literally made me physically ill to watch because all I really wanted to do was just reach my hand inside of the screen and bitch smack him repeatedly all of the time. So no.
That's Maria's straight opinion. That's the end of it. No, period.
What else can I say?
Nothing. Honestly,
I want to be one of those people that's like, and to bring back and further my point, let's have a 45-minute discussion on why the no that I just told you is actually no. Nah, just no. I'm like, exclamation point no. Like,
that was no with piss on it. Like, oh, all right, you're right.
If I could piss on it. I saw Quannin and I clicked really fast. Quannin got promoted. She's replacing Gorgon. What? Tomi Shishido is one of Krakoa's captains. Oh, what? The girl. She's moving up the ranks. This is all of this is to make up for her body being hijacked by Betsy. So about damn time.
Maria's favorite character getting promotion, y'all. Watch out.
She's my favorite Marvel, and then in DC, Lady Shiva. I love my Lady Shiva. Can you say that I have a type?
Really? You don't. Sorry.
I have a type. I do.
I do have a favorite DC character, but I don't know if I have a favorite Marvel character. I'm not sure. Because with DC, my favorite character really is I ain't gonna lie. Constantine is my favorite DC character. Period. But
I thought you were gonna say Icon.
As Icon, yeah, Icon DC. But no, it's really for me. It's Constantine. No lie. But as far as Marvel, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I never thought about that before. My favorite Marvel character is probably for a lot of people was Spider-Man, because Spider-Man has the abilities that a martial artist would love to have. Like if I have his Spider-Man abilities as what I am right now, I'd be the best fighter on the planet. But like as far as like character, I don't know. I really have no idea. I never gave that too much thought.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have that conversation because I know you're gonna come up with a few. Oliver was definitely very hypocritical for not letting Laurel be a vigilante for the same reasons as him. Oliver was a hypocrite about many things in his show. That is Oliver.
Oliver's whole story was being full of shit. Like, I mean, that's
I mean, seriously, I hate saying this, Groove, but you know it's true. If there was an epitome, an example of literally a white entitled person in the Arrowverse, it is Oliver fucking Queen.
Yeah,
you are not going to tell me that this guy who basically took a day trip off and on an island for 5 years with his library card, trained for like 30 minutes a day, was tortured a little bit, but trained for like 30 minutes a day from multiple people that came on the island where he was supposed to be all alone. He was gonna beat Rajval fucking Ghul at anything. So and then hand Nissa her butt to her, and girl was training since birth because daddy was Rajval Ghul. So I mean, none of that shit tracked. None of it tracked. But every time Oliver would be like, "You are not gonna do this in my city," I'm like, motherfucker, you are a vigilante too. Nobody gave you permission to do that. Just because you started your YouTube channel first doesn't mean other people can have their YouTube channels. Arrow, kiss my ass. No, no. Oliver got on my effing nerves. And every time a superhero in the Arrowverse group gives that speech about what it's like to be a hero and how you don't deserve to be a hero, you literally self-proclaimed yourself a hero of this city. The city didn't look. There was nowhere that Central City, National City, Gotham. They weren't like, well, we all of our buildings came together and took a vote, and we decided that you're going to be our city's leader and hero. No, that is not what happened. No, what happened was you got up and said, what am I going to be today? Am I going to deliver pizzas? Am I going to try and run my parents' company because, I was loaded? Am I going to be a bodyguard? No, I'm going to be a hero. I'm like, okay.
Part of the hilarity of it all, because well, Oliver Queen's like Batman. Batman doesn't brag. Oliver Queen legit brags at every fucking possible opportunity he has. So
no, but Batman does do problematic shit when he gives speeches, like especially when he was doing it to Hal Jordan. And I love when Jon Stewart basically told him to fuck off. He's like, he said, the only power you have are people are scared of you. But guess what, MF? I'm not scared of you. I'm like, so what? What now? I'm like, so
I'm right back. Hold on.
Okay.
I need
you should review Ordinary Joe. It's basically imagine Marvel's What If, but it's a regular guide that's focused on 3 timelines. Each timeline has a continuing narrative. Madness, I love the time frame you have to watch shows because you give me suggestions every week. I wish I had that kind of time in my life. I do not. I'm still trying to. I think it's called La Brea, the other one you were talking about. I DVR'd it and I still have not found time to watch this. I'm trying. I am trying, but unfortunately, I have so much going on right now that I'm trying to get with the reviews I can do now, and then I can probably introduce something later. So even if I were to try and watch this, I'm telling you, it'll probably be, when the season's over. There's no way I would get to that. I am way too behind, and plus I was sick, so I'm at least 2 weeks behind on things right now. So. But thank you for suggesting them, and I do appreciate it. I don't want you to be disappointed because my timeline right now is delayed. It is delayed. They constantly switch back and forth between it. Oh, that must be the timeline one. Okay. I can't forget AML was Casey Jones for some reason. That bad Casey Jones. Yeah, that whole TMNT thing was interesting. Cassie Kane needs to work Batman over, humble him a bit, maybe a lot. Why not? Because Mama beat his ass. So Batman even said in the comics that she was the greatest fighter in their continuity, basically. Let's see. Trying to make sure. I know I kind of skimmed down a little bit, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. I am trying. This is all the effects of having a stream at 1:30 a.m. and not getting out till 2:45 a.m. and then not being able to sleep till 5 and getting up at 8. That is literally my timeline of sleep today. So I'm surprised I'm actually coherent and can speak and can think. So there we go. Squirrel Girl versus Iska the Unbeaten. Ooh. That would be interesting. There's so many people you could pit Squirrel Girl against. So,
You know who Squirrel Girl really won against? Wolverine. She won his heart. Because remember there was a comic where they mentioned that, and it was like Wolverine's evidently had a fling or something.
I thought they were flirting because there was a run where he was training them.
No, because when he saw her and it was like, no,
there wasn't that. Weren't they? He training that? Were they New Avengers? I don't know if they're New Avengers. No, because it was Avengers. I know he did a training camp, remember? And he beat his ass. I'm like,
no, but like when Jessica Jones and I
Luke
almost
Cage.
called him Black Dynamite. Good Lord.
Luke Cage.
Thank you.
She was their nanny.
Yeah, but no, like
Danielle,
when she came through, Wolverine showed up. Yeah, and it was like I said, it was implied that Squirrel Girl did a dirty Wolverine. They implied it, but they never actually drawn it or said it out loud. And I was like, Wolverine, you nasty dog.
You know what? You're right. And
Yeah, it was definitely implied, and I was like,
said, and it was implied that she did the dirty. And she's in college. That man.
You know how old
But you know
Wolverine
what?
is.
He's old as hell. So I guess everybody, even
At
Jean
this
Grey,
at this
is
point,
young for him.
everybody is his granddaughter's age at this point. He doesn't care. If you're over once you're over 200 years old and still like you're in your like mid 20s, like if she's 16, it doesn't matter to me, man. I'm too old to care at this point. Wolverine is a dirty old man. Like,
plus he really does need to bathe more.
Yeah.
What you mean is 11 a.m. Just because you're in Japan, Joe, does not mean it's 11 a.m. here. For us, it is 9:01 p.m. So yeah, it's a little late.
It's different for us over here, Joe. I know you're in the rising sun. It is already Saturday for you.
Yeah, you're with the rising sun, and we're down here with the sun tides because we're in Memphis.
Right. I know. We know you in Australia. Y'all already met Saturday. We hadn't met Saturday yet. It hadn't reached us yet. We're still in Friday right now.
Wolverine didn't fall for her specifically. He fell for the deal she got with AT&T. Oh Lord. Oh Lordy. Me and Joe have to come up with our next trash comment because we got lots.
Yeah, you do.
I think it's gonna be the one where Punisher is black for a day. Black and white.
Oh my God. I thought you made a reference. You should do your next trash comic should really be when Lois was black for a comic. Remember that? And Superman was like, oh no.
Well, he didn't, and the thing is, he didn't straight out say out no. He was more like, why are you choosing to do this? It did make it look problematic as fuck. But my problem was beyond that. My problem is she literally infiltrated this because she was trying to get into this club that was all black. And she was trying to help out this guy. And the guy only knew her as being black. And in the end, this white woman walks into his room, hospital room, and he's like, hey, I'm like, how the fuck did you know this was the same woman? That don't make any damn sense to me. You know what? It's fine. Don't get me on that game.
I feel like Arrowverse should have an episode where Lois shows up, but she's a black woman. She's seeing something crazy,
she should turn black in Superman and Lois, and then have Diggle and Iris walk by and be like, "Yeah, you see, right?" And then just walk away.
And they gotta for some reason at a karaoke night, just singing, "Someone's in need of love today." Everybody's like, "Lois can sing," and it's only because she's black she can sing.
And that's literally her only role. She has no lines. She's not allowed to say anything else. She's
she sings everything. She's like, Clark, look over there. Like, what are you doing? Why are you singing everything? No, sorry. She's black now. Clark, look over there.
Oh,
everyone's like, I love this new. Some must be like, we need her to stay. And it's like, y'all, this is racist as hell. I don't even not applaud this, man. Come on.
Oh Lord, you guys got to do the Tom Corsi and Sharon Freelander too. The white cop and white nurse that were magically changed into beautiful Native Americans.
Oh man, y'all come up with some really problematic VS matches. You know what? Let's do ships. Want to do shipping now? Let's do shipping. Let's not do verses anymore. Y'all making this troublesome, man. I don't even know what to say.
Ship. Your ship, Batman and himself.
We can do that. Oh, let's be dangerous. You know how the prawn searchers are now. Let's Bruce Wayne and Thomas Wayne, that Zaddy and Son.
No, I don't subscribe to that nonsense. And also, but if we're gonna be real, Bruce Wayne and Joker.
You know, that's actually probably a thing somewhere.
That is the ultimate. That's why Batman can't marry Selena Kyle or anybody else, because he's holding the torch.
There's another. I just imagine Joker like in the movie Ghost, and he's sitting there making the pottery and shit, and Batman comes behind him. Joker just sitting there, just like.
He was like, there's no man like Arthur. Yeah.
I would no lie. Somebody out there, Warner Brothers, make that now. Make that short. I don't give a damn. Just make it. I want this. I need to see that be a thing. They're just over there and Batman has on. No, Batman is shirtless. He has his belt on his pants, but he still has this cowl and cape. It's like, what in the world is going on, man?
Well, see, I want you guys to know, I mean, you hang out with us on Fridays. This is more of a podcast situation than just a review because we are obviously out of our damn mind. So I think the next thing we're going to be reviewing is going to be Hawkeye.
Wait, are we?
Yeah. That comes out doesn't it come out in November? It's either October, October or November.
Series. Yeah. The live action joint. Yeah.
Yep. So we got Hawkeye next, but we also have our / let's talk trash about comics too. But we talk trash that's completely improv because we just have so much to say.
Yeah. Clearly none of this is rehearsed or scripted because I mess up so many words and names half the time. And if I literally had a script for that, it'd be really embarrassing.
Yep. Do you prefer Harley Quinn with the Joker or single? I want Harley Quinn to be with Poison Ivy, but I'm queer, so you expect that from me. But I prefer also Joker with what's girl's name? Punchline, because Punchline is actually crazier than him.
But Punchline don't like nobody.
I know, but see, Joker technically don't like nobody but Bruce, so it don't matter.
I think I'd rather Punchline be Ace. Honestly, I don't think Punchline should like anyone at all because there's not a lot of Ace representation in comic books in the first place. I feel like Punchline should be the kind of people that just like, I don't do that shit.
But she could be asexual. She's sociopathic though. She doesn't give a damn about anybody. But I mean, to be fair, he doesn't either. Joker just gets off on Batman.
Joker be at home. Joker be at home. Just. Oh, I'm gonna get you, Brucey. Yeah, I know who you are. No, Joker be at home. Joker. They should do that. They should have like Joker, like Bruce Wayne is like brushing his teeth in the morning, washing his face. He's like, he turns around. Joker's in his little doorway, like in the bathroom. He's laying on this wall. Oh, well, I see you, Bruce Wayne. I call you Bruce Handsome. I didn't come
Why do you just sound like an old woman?
You ever seen Boondocks, the Booty Warrior episode?
I got you. Look what Joe just said. You see it?
Ooh, my bad.
That goes very well with what you just said. Like, I'm just saying.
I just want Joker to be like, now, Bruce, I like you, and I want you. We can do these. We can do the hard.
I want you to like it.
The choice is yours. I want to see Batman without a whole catalog be like, "You're getting yours, Joker." Oh, I see when it was the hard way, and the whole fight happens.
Okay, so no, I figured out how to save What If, but let me answer this question. Do you like the 2018 Venom movie? I actually haven't seen it. I have to watch that.
Did you not see it? Honestly,
we haven't seen it yet. So I need to watch that before I can watch the second one because I love Carnage, and so now I have to watch it because I saw like the clips of it, but I never watched it. But I'm sure from what I saw, I liked it. So,
like, I honestly, I watched it back when it came. Me and Jan watched it in theaters. Okay. I actually really liked the movie. A lot of folks hated it. I had fun. No lie, I actually had fun watching it. I thought it was well paced. The acting was pretty good. The story was kind of, if you watch the comics, Jesus Christ. You read the comics, our time and drinking. Read the comics, it's kind of, but the story never makes sense in anything for any reason. Like, we're Spider-Man, we're in Daredevil,
I mean, the whole thing behind the whole Venom episode is because he was jealous of Peter getting more clout at the Daily Bugle than he was, and then he ended up getting fired. And and then I think he got cancer too, if I remember correctly.
He did, Maria. Yeah. We know the actual backstory. We get it. Yeah. Matter of fact, Venom would have made more sense in what's his name's Batman and what's his name? The first, Spider-Man. The first 3 Spider-Man movies.
I was gonna say we're crossing DC and Marvel, but I would have loved Venom would have done in Batman. That would have been interesting.
I know that'd be neat. Actually, think about a symbiote Batman. That'd be crazy. No, but the Sam Raimi versions of Spider-Man, when Venom was in it, they should have kept that going and maybe brought that over, but they didn't. And they revamped him the same way they did when they made Spider-Man. Oh, what was the other one with the other young man? Can't remember. I didn't like those too much.
I love when you give me all these adjectives and then they're like,
no, okay. After, like, I can't always remember all the time. My brain.
What was that?
Maria, you know me. I work in logistics and stuff. I have so many other numbers and stuff in my head. No, after Sam Raimi did it with the second Spider-Man little trilogy they did.
You mean Doc Ock?
No. The live action.
Doc Ock was the second villain in the second movie.
No. After that trilogy, when they made the next set of Spider-Man movies with the younger dude.
With Andrew Garfield. So wait.
Thank you. Yeah, that's his name. They should have they revamped this Venom, like they revamped that Spider-Man. They try to make him more like new and nuanced and young, and he can ride a skateboard. And like I said, I'm not gonna ruin the Venom because you hadn't seen it yet. Would you judge for yourself?
Yeah. Huh? I said, please don't. I don't have to kill you.
I'm not gonna ruin it. If you go into it with the expectation of seeing Eddie Brock as what you know him to be, it will make you sad.
Well, no, I don't, because I mean, after the MCU has changed the personalities of a majority of the characters in the MCU from comics adaptations, I pretty much don't expect anything in Marvel movies to be the same as the comics.
As you should. If you go watch the movie, you saw the Power Rangers, the new live action when they came out with back in like 2018, 17, I think it was 17 or 18.
I think it was 2018. Yes, because Trini was gay.
Yeah.
And no longer Asian. She was Latina.
Yeah, I kind of liked it. But if you go into it,
I didn't mind the movie at all. I just didn't do well.
If the same way you watch that with the expectation of it being like what you know Power Rangers to be, watch Venom the same expectation to be fun. If you watch it, things to me like what you know Venom is supposed to be and all that stuff, the movie will make you ill. You'll kind of implode if you watch it that way. People are like, why isn't this? What about this? It's fun to watch. The CG is, I'm not gonna say it's great. That's a lie. But like it's pretty good. But like it's a fun watch. Just watch it with the intention of just having fun with the movie. Don't watch it with the intention. Don't watch it with a true nerd's eyes, because it will make you upset if you do that. Don't do that.
Okay. So I will clear my brain, which won't be hard because I'm tired, and then I will watch the movie and I'll let you know what I think about it.
There you go.
Ito said, I hate Christian Bale's Batman voice. That's because it wasn't a voice. It was literally him choking on a neck bone.
The most gravelly thing. When I first heard it, honestly, he's walking around. Where is he? Like, why are you talking like that? You like he's
the dangers of vaping.
So no, like I speak like this. If I put on a whole cow over my face, you can only see the bottom half of me. All I do is go, so tell me, what do you know? Like he did in the animated series. He just pitched himself down some and talked slower. That's it. When he was Bruce Wayne, he went from, the Joker's here somewhere. Can't find him too. We had a party going on next week. You want to join us? It's that easy. It's not hard. If Superman can fool you with a coil, then why
and glasses, lens crafters.
all Superman does is this here. He goes. Oh, hey, what's going on, Clark? Hey, he's ready. He's like,
I love in Smallville when Lois was telling him to wear glasses. He's like, aren't people gonna know who I am? And she puts the glasses on. She's like, huh? And like everybody treated him like he was different. And I'm like, you guys are sad. I'm telling you right now, if I was in Superman and Lois, I walk by Superman. Hey, Clark, why you dressed like that? What's up with that?
As a matter of fact, I do like watching. I can't remember. It's What If? These are What If? Is it What If Comics? No, Totally Comics. She has an Instagram called Shipper's Guide to the Galaxy. I think her name is Sasha. Sasha, yeah. Mm-hmm. She has a YouTube channel. I guess shout out to Sasha.
I know her from I think it was called Top 10 Nerd was one
of
the
channels. Yeah. She has her own channel now. But she does a lot of shipping and stuff. But whenever she does her Totally Comics channel, when she does Batman's voice, she does the whole, Robin, we're gonna do this, this, and this. And it's like I can tell, Sasha, you really like making fun of these characters. Stop making Batman sound like that. Don't do that no more.
That YouTube video where he's somebody did a parody. I can't remember what the channel was, and they're like, he's interrogating Joker, and he's like, and Joker's like, I don't know what to say to you. I don't understand. Is it a verb? Isn't that verb? What are you saying to me? And he just starts beating Joker, and he's like, I want to answer your questions. I just don't know what they are.
Batman speaking like he has a throat full of dirt is like the funniest thing. I don't know whose idea it was. Like, let's make Batman sound like he just woke up and clearing his throat every time he talks. He just went, well, we're going to eat for dinner. like, why is that his voice?
That's the scariest thing about those movies. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. When Rachel got blown up in the second one, I didn't give 5 shits. But when he started talking, I was like, oh, this is horrifying. This is why they fear Batman in Christian Bale's movies, not because of his skills, because of his voice. They're like, my eardrums are bleeding.
Could you imagine me on the street? You're just walking down the street, you know, with your little bag or whatever, from wherever grocery store, gas station, it doesn't make a difference. You just got snacks. Someone walks up to you, whatever. He's like, what's your name? Like, excuse me? I think you're hot. Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
They don't even strike fear, just confusion. Like, why do you talk like you have a piece of candy stuck in it though? What is wrong with you? Get that up. Go get that out. Then speak like a normal. I just don't. I don't know who is. I really want to believe that's Christian Bale thinking how a Batman describes his voice. Yeah,
well, you know, Christian Bale actually is a method actor, so maybe this is what he came up with, and they were like, we didn't tell him to do that, but we can't get him to stop. He probably goes home even now with his wife at dinner. She's like, get the hell out
Christian
of this house.
Bale.
Get out of this house right now.
He rechanneled that serial killer role, and it was like, I could do that voice in that movie. That'd be awesome.
Wilbert Robinson, because my maiden name is Robinson, so I say this all the time. I feel like we might be related. You never know. Who knew the Watcher had hands, though?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you who knew. Everybody that reads comics. No, that's that. When in comics, usually they say somebody's supreme being, and they're like they oversee or they just kind of like have this ability to be omnipresent. Chances are they can fight their asses off. They just don't because they're not supposed to. Yeah. And any character that has this whole method, this is actually a fantasy thing in general. This is actually a story writer standpoint. If you create a character in any story that is extreme, like if you say they either hide a part of themselves or they I'm looking for they either hide their power or they're very passive or they're watchers for the most part of any kind. Usually they're really, really strong. I'll give you an example. Actually, 2 examples, as a matter of fact. From anime version in Street Fighter, there's a character named Oro. Oro actually fights with one hand tied up underneath his body because he's so strong. He fights with one hand so he can kill him. And even at one hand, people can't really beat. He's so powerful. On the other hand, we have people like the Doctor, for example. Time Lords have a lot of abilities that they shouldn't have. They're actually stronger than people. They're way more resilient. They can read your mind. They can close your mind off. They can actually push you. All kinds of stuff they can do is ridiculous. So like, and they do what they kind of stand aside and watch you be yourself and don't interfere. I remember when the fourth Doctor came back to life. He actually chopped a brick in half, so he was healthy. So like, and then I like like an alley apple, like a red brick from the street. Like, oh.
No, I think what you're saying is true, but you're forgetting one point. He watched One Punch Man. I mean, he's the watcher. Hush. He also watches stuff. Like, he's got all the streaming services. You think he's watching this in live? He's watching Disney Plus.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. He can watch One Punch because Saitama will never know he's there. He'd be like,
No, he's not watching. He's watching Netflix. Like the watcher is watching streaming services.
If that's the case, are we all watchers?
Yes. As long as your payment goes through monthly, you are the watcher. So we are all the watchers. I'm surprised Ultron didn't hear me saying, "What the fuck is this?" He should have come for me because I was talking mad trash to the screen. Just saying. Just saying. I think watchers are actually pretty terrifying opponents in the comics. Yeah. I mean, literally, your willpower is overpowering. You can bend things to your will. I mean, I don't understand how that's not terrifying.
Like in DC universe, no one really fights the presence, but the presence is God. So you're not going to fight the presence. That'll be a fight you can't win anyway. So like, why would you do it?
Yep. Shouldn't the Watcher have had other Watchers helping him fight Ultron?
No.
Yes, but no. Hear me out. We've already learned through Arrowverse. We have been trained.
Oh, here we go.
if your city is about to affect the entire world, and you look at your clock and you got 18 minutes. Do you call your superpowered friends? No. Why would we do that? Why give yourself a crossover? No. What you do is you look at your clock and be like, we got to figure this out. I know I'm going to write this program that I never thought about in my life until like 1 second ago that I don't even know I had the skills to do, but it's going to work. Oh, okay, 10 seconds ago. Bam, God. I saved the world. That's what happened. So, of course, the Watcher didn't have to call the other Watchers because the Watcher didn't realize that his subscription to Disney Plus was interactive. He didn't realize that Ultron could see him because he thought he was just paying for a streaming service. That was what went down with Watcher. So
to be not as ridiculous.
That was not ridiculous. That was real talk. Real talk.
If the Watchers thought the Watcher to help him, they'd arrest him. He's not going to have that happen. Like the Watchers really behave like the Time Lords do.
I don't feel like he should be arrested for stupidity because the whole episode was stupid. The Watchers will come in and be like, "All of this is dumb."
See, what they would do. See, what you're saying. What they would do is in the MCU, they'll make the Watcher be just the one Watcher. Like that's a race. Like, and it has to be a race because Stan Lee spoke to them. You know what? They will quickly forget that. And
you literally are not disagreeing with my point of view right now. Just by throwing Stan Lee into that equation, you've already proven my point.
Remember, Stan Lee was talking to them at the end of the. You know what? It doesn't matter.
No. Like I said, I stand by what I said. The Watcher pays for his Disney Plus every month. Therefore, he's allowed to watch. And because he's able to watch, he didn't feel like anybody else could say anything because he didn't write this story. He is only watching this story like all of us because we are all of us are watchers. And we all have the power of will. The will to sit there and continue to watch this garbage. Or the will to not. Because I had this stream, I used my willpower to persevere through those 32 minutes. Was it 32 minutes? 28 minutes? Who knows? Mm-hmm. It felt like 5 hours of extreme garbage to come and talk about it in this episode. So yeah, essentially we are all the Watchers, and yes, we could have helped him, but we decided not to turn the TV off.
You're saying other Watchers are going to come get you and try you, and then have you subject to one planet and one universe to watch for all eternity. Oh, what it sounds like. You ought to get in trouble.
I mean, first of all, if you have one problematic Watcher who always dips his shit in other people's business, why would you even go help him any damn way? He's like, he's doing it again.
Uatu stays doing that. Uatu was like the doctor of DC. Like, dude, you don't need to get involved, for real.
Nope. No. But he does every damn time.
Every time.
And he even makes a big cardinal speech about it all the time. I don't interfere with anything until I do. I'm like, then you interfere. I'm like, so now the Watchers were watching him and saying, this is stupid.
They really just like, you know what? Shut up.
Now they were like, you know what? Uatu, do you, boo? No, we going over here. So that's what that is. And that is what it is. Wilbur, you were late to this party. How did the stones and gems work for the AI anyway?
They don't.
They don't.
They shouldn't. At all.
They should not have actually worked in any other universe other than his own. And like there are levels of stupidity to that question, because not saying you're stupid, just in general, the entire topic, the suggestion, the nitpick, whatever you want to call it, is effing stupid. The entire episode is garbage. It's just dumb. Garbage. Garbage.
Why would he? The stone in his head was helping him function, but he doesn't have a soul. He's not a real life form. He can't use the finished stone. It makes no sense. I do see Yito's question though. Yamazaki from SNK. Yamazaki has a knife in his pocket. He's not limiting himself. He's concealing a weapon. The big difference. So like, and you're probably being silly, so I might be overreading this, but like, Oro is holding his hand back to keep stuff from hurting people because he's really, really strong, like too powerful. Yamazaki in SNK has a knife, so he's walking with that one hand. He's concealing a weapon. What he's doing, so he has a chance to. Well, like when he does that thing in the game, when he comes out and he swipes his hand and come back, he's really trying to cut you. That's why his thing, he comes out and he brings the knife out and he runs at you real fast, whatever. That's what that is. But he's not super strong. He has Orochi blood in him, but he's not super strong. He's just a cheater. He's a thug cheater. That's just the bottom line. He's just a dirty fighter. So I mean, you know. Oh, you were definitely asking. Okay, yeah, but no, Yamazaki has that's a knife in his pocket. When he sees what the thing is like, oh, and he shouts out crazy stuff and he pulls it apart. He has a true smaller Wakizashi type knife in his pocket at all times. That's why he's walking his hand like that, because he's concealing a weapon. He's always concealing. So, like, you know, when he wants to bring it out, he can slap you, but he can also cut you. Like, and I say fair fighting because let's be real, there's no such thing as a fair fight. That's not a true assessment. In a fair fight, everybody would win. That's not fair. Somebody's gonna lose. So, like, you know, it's something y'all can think about later on if you want to. Martial arts.
I'm just gonna like get a coefficient, smack you upside your head, and I'm just gonna KO you.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, you know, it's real. Like,
now back to the Watchers of Groove. You remember Zoma, the Watcher Zoma?
Yeah.
I wonder if Zoma is going to be in She-Hulk. I'm only saying Zoma because remember She-Hulk and some of the issues, like some issues, he has a cousin, I cannot remember that Watcher's name, that pissed her off, and so she like literally took his mouth off.
Yeah.
And then Zoma was like, let me look that up. I got to look that up because it's been a minute. Hold up. Let me look that up.
I don't know if we're gonna do that because of how graphic that is. Like, they tend to avoid the more graphic content, the continuity.
It's just interesting because I know her show's coming, and so you would think that would be the Watcher. Yeah, that's what it was. Choir. I'm not saying this right. Quyre. The reason he doesn't have a mouth was because She-Hulk took it off. Making Zoma, the cousin, the Watcher cousin, extremely anti-She-Hulk. It does not like She-Hulk at all. Holds a huge grudge against her. So I wonder if that's going to be a thing. Since her show's coming. I don't know. I mean, they pull it off to you. Might as well have her own.
I mean, why not? But like, I don't know. I don't know, man. They tend to avoid plot points.
I think as long as, like, say if they introduce other Watchers outside of Uatu, then they could say, "Hey, this proves that there are a lot more," because there's a shit ton of Watchers.
I have a feeling they're gonna make Uatu the one Watcher they use. And I only say that because, like, man, I don't know. They have a hard time adding Pantheon canons to anything. You know what I mean? It's like the same way it made no sense for Tony Stark to be the top Avenger whatsoever. It really didn't, and they did it anyway. They do like this weird declension order when it like they do the movies well, but it's like Iron Man is nowhere near the top hero on any standard whatsoever. But
now I'm gonna tell you why he got the clout, because this is how real life works in corporate America. He got them dough.
I know you're going. I know you're going.
Let's be real. Nick Fury founded the Avengers, right? But he wasn't paying for shit. I mean, Avenger Tower, all their tech. Who paid for it? Who paid for it? Money talks. I'm just saying. You don't have to be the best of the best. You got the checkbook. like, hey Tony, we want to go here. He'd be like,
I can't even.
What money?
I can't argue that at all. I cannot argue that.
Whenever I hear that, I'm like, that's what it is. I'm not saying he was the best. I'm saying he had the most money. And as far as I'm concerned, he had money. I don't know how the rest of them were fucking living. I'll be real with you. Even that stuff where like they were talking about, well, he got Wanda in the penthouse with Vision. Yeah, and he gave her like literally round the clock, whatever the hell she wanted. She could have a 5-star chef. She was not, when you put somebody in prison, you put them in a cell where they have to eat rats off the floor. You don't give them a gourmet, you don't have Vision cooking gourmet meals and say, hey, I got every streaming service on the planet. We're trying to keep you in this condo area because we're scared if you go outside, people are going to try and kill your ass because of what happened accidentally when you accidentally killed those people in the building. Now they're like, all they said was Tony kept her prisoner. Well, I can't. Tony, you have a hot tub. Please imprison me. I can't
even begin to argue with that logic at all. I mean,
they're just haters, man. Haters. I don't like Captain America in the MCU at all. I'm sorry. I don't.
Know.
I do not.
At length, you do not.
But I am not. I'm not like this. Oh, Tony versus Iron Man or Tony versus Steve. Camp. I don't do that. I'm not going to do this whole game. I wasn't one of those people that were like, oh, and I'm a big Tony Stark person either. I'm not. I'm not pro Iron Man. I'm not pro Captain America. I just call the shit like it is. The man was he was literally Daddy Warbucks. And they were talking all that shit, but they were taking all that tech. They were eating all that food. They were staying their ass over in Avengers. If that was me, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to close these doors, take all my shit back. Let's see how the Avengers roll right in the matter bus, our public system. I hope you get there in time on the subway. Like, peace. What you got? You got to travel out to Germany? How you gonna get there? Not with me. Let's hope T'Challa lets you use something from Wakanda because the Stark Industries is closed. The Bank of Stark. Bye. They can't have me in the MCU. I'll be talking mad trash to everybody. I'm like, they'd be like, Maria, I can't believe what Tony did. Did he pay you this week?
Like you can't believe him.
Why you
Tony
talking?
Like, he's an alcoholic. Why can't you believe it?
You fucking knew what he was before he joined the Avengers. Like,
I'm gonna be mature one. We get ready to close out pretty soon. We're getting here kind of long, but one last question. You did say, have we seen Rose and the What If series? Yes, Rose actually appeared in the episode where Killmonger got what he wanted. He helped. He helped. He
killed Rhodes.
Yeah, Rose died. Yeah, he ride with T'Challa that episode. But he also helped. I can't remember her name right now. Why? Pepper. He helped her like research what's going on with Killmonger in the first place. That's the only episode that he showed up, as far as I can recall.
Read that. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
All right,
there's nothing wrong about that statement, guys. Nothing wrong.
All right, guys. It's about time for us to end this. This is a 2 hour mark.
2 hours. Yep. That's pretty much what happens every week.
It's time for us to retire after
and go eat and go to sleep.
But but before we go, final thoughts. I don't even need to ask. Mask anyway. What if Ultron won, Maria? What do you think?
I think it was straight effing trash. I mean, I'd rather have 5 months straight of diarrhea than watch that episode again. That's what I think.
This episode didn't hurt me as much as Praxis did, but and I hate that episode of Doctor Who so much. But boy, this episode, man, it was shit. So
it was absolute dog shit. No
this was a dog episode. And I'm only enthused about this next and probably final episode of What If because, and I mean this because it'll be the end of it. And to be honest, What If Bowser Was Mario would be a way better What If than what we watched yesterday. I would watch that. I'll watch a whole 2 hour Snyder cut version of that with popcorn and cold drinks and all kinds of stuff.
I would just rather What If Ultron was the new host of Blue's Clues. That's literally all. That's all we needed.
What if Ultron had a husband? I'd watch that. What if Ultron was on?
What if Ultron was on Nailed It?
What if Ultron was a Real Housewife?
That is the only time I will subscribe. But outside of that, I can't, guys. I can't. All right, so we will see you next week, actually.
Yeah.
Or the
last What If, but
I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, the last episode, which should surely be much better than this one, right? Surely we won't come in here ranting and raving at all, right?
Maria, I'm not crossing my fingers at all. I don't even know. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro, dude. I don't know, Rick. I just don't know. I have no idea.
Like I said, I'm allergic to alcohol, but I might have to drink next week. I'm just saying. If I come in here and my face explodes, you'll know why.
I will buy you some sake and I will bring it to your place.
No, you got to give me some rice wine. Some.
I said sake.
No, like Koreans. Rice wine,
soju.
Soju. I have to be my spouse is Korean. Come on now.
I can bring you some. A big deal.
Yeah, not the sake. You gotta get the soju.
On air with me, drinking and being mad too. We'll cry together.
No, I'm gonna explode, but that's fine. All right, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe this video, or if you haven't subscribed, but I'm pretty sure you are all subscribed to this, so it's fine. But if you are not, and you just came across our mad trash talk of What If and everything else comic related and Arrowverse related in this, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you go to his YouTube channel in the description and like and subscribe. Warriors of Sarat, my motion comic coming out in 2022. Make sure you like and subscribe because it's a hell of a lot better than this shit we just watched and talked about
Just
today.
so you know, me and my awesomeness is going to be in it too. You're welcome out there, everybody.
Exactly. All right, guys. If it is day for you, have a good day. If it is night for you, have a good night.
If it's neither nor, whatever.
Have something. But we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Later.